Hello, good day. I'm Rajdeep. Today I'll be talking on usage of keyword using in C#. The keyword using in C# can be used in two ways. One, as using directive, and second, as using statement. As using directive, we can use using keyword in three ways: using namespace, using static namespace, using alias. And as using statement, we can use the using keyword as using block. Let us see this in code. So in this code file, if I need to use a type, let's say task dot wait on, we need to import the namespace here in this file. So we can do it control dot, we can do it using this. Now the problem here is, if I need to use this task type again and again in this class or in this method, we need to repetitively write this namespace, which demotes the readability of the code. So what's the solution here? We can do it like this. We can declare the namespace on top of the file using keyword. Now this wait all is a static member of task type. We can use this wait all as is using another way of using directive. That is, we can do like this, and we need to mention the type here as well, and then we can straight away write so this is the second approach of using directive. So, and the third approach is to use the alias. That is, we can do like this. That's it. This is very useful when you have similar types name in different namespace. In that case, we can use alias, which will improve the readability of the code. So this is of using directive. Now I would like to show you the use of using statement. Here is an example of using block or using statement. Using block tells .NET that whenever execution control goes out of using block, release any unmanaged resources associated with the variable b. Using block does this by calling the dispose method of the object. So any class which has implemented iDisposable interface, the dispose method is declared inside this iDisposable interface. That class can only be instantiated inside this using block. So if I go inside this SQL connection class, if I can see it has inherited from DB connection abstract class and iClonable interface it implemented. If I go in DB connection abstract class, I can see it implemented iDisposable interface. So only if a class implements iDisposable interface, that can be declared inside using block. Now here inside using block, we can declare multiple variable like this, but they all must be we cannot use implicit type variable in that case. Here is the SQL connection, so you can do like this. In that case, when execution control goes out of this block, both unmanaged resources associated with B and C will be disposed. Okay. Now we cannot do something like this. We cannot create another type of variable here. It is not allowed. This using block is just a syntactic sugar on top of this block of code. What is happening here? I instantiated SQL connection. I did some operation onto that instance, and it's a try and finally block, and when the operation is complete, finally the dispose method will be called. So any exception occurred here will be the finally block will be called always. So even inside using block, any exception occurs, the dispose method will be called and the unmanaged resource will be disposed of. Now here is a catch. Now if I go and try to instantiate the variable b with a new instance, I cannot do this because it is inside using variable. You cannot modify the instance, but here we can do this. So if you have a requirement where you need to reassign the variable, you can go ahead with this block of code. But if you do not need to reassign, you can it's always recommended to use using block. Thank you.